Hello and welcome to the Meeting Burner training. This is the Don't Be Complicated training series. My name is Jeff Osnes. I am the host. You can reach out to me directly if you want to send me an email. Send it to jeff@meetingburner.com. Real quickly, I just want to cover a couple of the key advantages of Meeting Burner. We're simple, we're speedy, great integration social, pricing is phenomenal. We have an amazing autopilot option and the PayPal integration. Today we're going to talk about customizing the registration page. Okay, so whenever you schedule a meeting, you're going to have a registration page. So I'm going to go ahead and create a quick meeting. So right now I'm just going through here real quickly and setting up a meeting just so that we can have a registration page done. So once we've got a meeting scheduled, you can go, I clicked on this icon to copy it to our or to my clipboard. Now I'm going to go to the page here, and this is what it looks like by default. So I've got my simple test meeting. That was the title that I gave it. And then the description, this is where the description would go. So it does a decent job. So if you don't want to get fancy, you don't have to get fancy. We've got our basic registration information, first name, last name, and email address. But today I want to talk about how to customize this, how to make it look a little bit better. There's a lot of great options here that you can do, but it does require you to have some HTML knowledge or the ability to get HTML source code to make this look a little bit better with within the Meeting Burner system. Now, of course, you can copy this form code and use it on your own website outside of the system. But today, this topic, we're talking about the description, using the description option to make this look a little bit better. And we're also going to talk about how to add additional form fields to this page. So we're going to go back to the Meeting Burner back office. We're going to click on Manage. So we're going to manage this specific meeting. We're going to click on the title and description. So from here, so we've got the description here. This box here accepts HTML source code. Now it doesn't allow you to create HTML source code, it just accepts HTML source code. So once again, you need to know how to get or create HTML source code to put in here. Now I have already gone through and I grabbed an email that we had sent out that the company had sent out to all the members about some recent articles and blog posts and whatnot. So I'm going to take that email and I'm going to add that source code here and save it, just so that you can get an idea of what you can do with the registration page. So if I come back to the registration page and I refresh it, you'll see that HTML source code that I copied over came over, and it makes it look pretty cool. Obviously, you're going to play around with this. If you know how to get or create HTML source code, you're going to play around with this to make it look and do and be whatever it is that you want it to be. That's how you can make it look a lot prettier, is by adding that HTML source code to kind of clean this up. I'm going to go ahead and delete all that and just put in, go back here. Now if we refresh this page, you'll see it's now back just to the normal registration page. Nothing fancy, nothing major, and that's totally fine for most people. But I wanted you to see that you can use HTML source code to make this look a lot prettier here. Now let's talk about how to add additional fields to your registration page. Okay, so if we go back here to the Manage, on the registration section, we're going to click on the Add Custom Form Fields to our registration page. This will take us to a page where we can see the default ones that are already selected, and then there's a bunch of them that we have already created in the system for you to use if you want to. And you can create additional ones, like right down here I've got some others created. But if you want to create your own custom form fields, you just click on the Manage Custom Fields button. And here you can create additional form fields. So if I click here to add a custom button, There are three types of fields that you can create. A text field, which is just a basic little box. It does like 20 or 30 characters or so. I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly how wide it is. But you can do a text box, or a checkbox, or a date selector. Doesn't matter which one you want to select. But you select the type of box or type of field you want to create and hit save. And now that new field, not sure why I called it new button, but that new field is now available for you to select when you're managing your meeting. So if I go back to my meetings and I go to Manage, Registration, Add Custom Form Fields to your registration page, here you'll see all of the different field options, and you can make them either required or not required. But if I save that, I go back here, refresh this page, and you'll see it now has these additional form fields that my attendees can now fill out when they're registering for the meeting. So this one's a date selector, so they can select different dates. This was the new button weird one that I created, that it's a text field. And these are the check boxes. And so that's how you add additional form fields. If you do add form fields, let's go ahead and fill this out. If I do that, register me, that'll register me for the event, just like any other registration page. But now, as a host, if I go back to the My Meetings page and I go to my registration section, I can now see all of that additional information that was filled out. And when I export the contact records, when I export the registrations, that custom data will export as well. And that's how you can customize the registration page, including adding additional custom fields to the registration page. Once again, Meeting Burner pricing, there's 3 account levels. There's the Meeting Burner Free, that you can have up to 10 attendees on. The Meeting Burner Pro, that's $39.95 a month, up to 50 participants or attendees. And it does include the option to record, and it does include the VoIP option. The Meeting Burner Premier, which is $99.95 a month, allows you to do meetings with up to 1,000 participants, and that also includes the meeting temperature, autopilots, and PayPal integration. If you don't have a Meeting Burner account, you need to get a Meeting Burner account today at meetingburner.biz, and I wish you the best of luck with your next meeting.